1 unit for Simon, holding around number 30 Broad Street.
This is a Fox 10 News Alert.
All right, everybody, we have a police chase in Houston, Texas. You can see Skyfox following that white truck right there. I'm trying to get some more information for you, so you'll probably hear me typing and clicking and trying to get in contact with somebody to let us know exactly what this man or woman behind the wheel is wanted for, but you're going to continue to watch.
Going at what appears to be a little bit higher rate of speed compared to the cars next to it. Again, we do not know why the vehicle here, this truck, is being chased by law enforcement. According to this picture, at least from what we've been able to see so far, we don't see any law enforcement. As we pull out a little wider, perhaps we'll see some of the police involved. But again, if you are in that area or know someone heading in that area, they may want to avoid it, at least at this point, until you see, well, actually now we see one of the police vehicles there.
Yeah, so please be careful. You can see the vehicles going right through intersections without slowing down. It also has some loose items on the back of that truck, so please be careful. Just be aware if you start to hear the sirens heading towards you, please just let them know.
So right now the vehicle, we understand, is heading eastbound on Winkler. Again, you see at least one police vehicle chasing it. It appears, as we now see, that the truck is accelerating compared to the speed it was going before. So again, we do not know why this particular vehicle is being chased, but you can see certainly as it continues to speed up, we see the vehicle, the police vehicle, also continuing to stay behind it.
So this vehicle is now heading towards I-45 right near South Richie. This vehicle, we understand, began as a traffic stop incident. Now they're chasing this truck. Again, if you have someone in the Southeast Houston area not far from Hobby Airport, maybe taking I-45 or heading out from a business there, please shoot them a text, let them know there is a high-speed chase going on in the area. Please just be careful. They just ran through a red light at Queens there, so this vehicle's shown some pretty reckless driving as moving through the area. Again, please send an alert out to those you know in the area.
Yeah, we're going to continue to follow this as it unfolds. Again, there's a lot we don't know, but we do know obviously that this chase is happening right here in the middle of a time where a lot of people are out. It's 5 o'clock, a lot of people leaving work, so even more dangerous with more cars on the road. You just saw there another intersection where the truck ran a red light and just kind of going in and out through there, through the traffic. So again, if you are heading in this area or you know someone who is, be careful, as this car really just seems to not be caring. Another intersection that it goes right through.
And this is not far from Queens Intermediate School. The chase just sort of passed through that area. So if you have anyone picking students up from after-school activities, just please be careful and aware that this is heading up into the Pasadena Oaks area right now, into Pasadena, heading up in that direction right now on Ritchie Street. This vehicle, again, you're watching that white pickup truck taking a left turn here. I'm not sure, is that Alan Genoa might be? We'll see if we can get confirmed which way this is heading, but multiple police vehicles or multiple officers now chasing and involved in this, and what started as a traffic stop. We don't have any further details on the driver or who else might be in the vehicle.
That's right. So again, this chase, at least for what we've been able to gather, has been going on for at least 5 or so minutes. We see right there the truck, the white truck you see there, just ran a stop sign. We've already seen the person involved run several red lights. Now it appears the vehicle is in a residential area where you see, obviously, it's a neighborhood there. We don't know this particular neighborhood or subdivision, but off on one of the side roads here.
Yeah, this is somewhat in the Meadow Creek Village, Park Place area. If you live kind of down east of the Sims Bayou area, this appears to be the area that this chase has been going on, sort of spinning around in some of those smaller neighborhoods now. So please be careful, particularly people unloading their cars. If you have people getting home right now, please let them know this is in Southeast Houston. We're continuing to follow this white vehicle. We do not know if there's just one person in the vehicle or multiple. We just know that this started as a traffic stop. That vehicle may be slowing down there for a moment, only to try to navigate that. So you can see there, that's the kind of driving we've been watching, splashing through something there, and continuing on its way down through the residential areas of Southeast Houston, sort of in the Pasadena area, heading kind of in the 445 area as well.
Yeah, you see that it looks like the truck is now picking up some speed, was going a little bit slower during its trek through that residential area. But we have seen that whoever's in that vehicle is driving pretty recklessly, at least at some points, running several red lights, running a stop sign, and now again making its way through a residential area where we have seen at least 2 vehicles behind it chasing.
And now we've been told by law enforcement the average car chase is about 5 minutes in Houston, and we're told this began around 5 o'clock. So you're talking about 20 minutes now that this vehicle has been on the run through the area, weaving in and out of both some of the more main roads and some of the residential streets. This is not far from I-45, so people getting off into the Pasadena area down near Winkler Road, Ritchie Street, please be careful.
Yeah, we understand that the vehicle now is on Scarborough. It's kind of hard to keep up as the truck has continued to weave in and out and going, making lots of turns here. But again, we believe this is Scarborough right here in the southeast Houston area.
All right, so again, if you're just joining us, this is southeast Houston. What began as a traffic stop has turned into now a 20-minute chase of this white pickup truck with some items in the back of the vehicle. We haven't been told the nature of the traffic stop, why this vehicle was being pulled over, but we do see that deputies and officers are right behind. You can see they're not losing this vehicle at all, even though this person's been trying to weave around quite a bit, running through some red lights, hoping to try to shake law enforcement. Looks like that might have been 45 that he just went under. They're very close to that area. 225. That was the 225 area. So again, please be careful if you have someone in southeast Houston heading out from work or picking someone up right now, running errands. Let them know this vehicle's been moving very quickly, shooting through red lights. Make sure that they are staying vigilant. It looks like the vehicle's merging now onto, what is that, 225? 225, yeah. 225,
yeah. So heading up where, as we said, right now it is just after 5 o'clock, 5:20 or so. So traffic will be a bit heavier here. So right now you see the
driving on the median,
weaving in and out now, going on the shoulder.
This is near Alameda Genoa, the Goodyear exit. A reminder, if you do hear those sirens from police vehicles, try to get either slow down some. Don't try to switch lanes. Obviously, you don't know which way this guy's going to be going, or girl. We don't know who's in the vehicle. But if you hear those police vehicles coming, please make sure that you're getting in touch with drivers that you know out there on 225 right now and let them know. You can see it again, weaving in and out of traffic going westbound. Again, this started in southeast Houston near Hobby Airport, and now the vehicle is going westbound here. This is still 225, correct? Yeah, kind of heading towards 610. Looks like he's about to approach, heading into that area. So again, please be careful with 610. They're coming in kind of right towards where that merges. Right back on the shoulder there on the median, now going back into traffic. Really, we've seen this vehicle taking all kinds of turns and twists, running red lights when he or she was in one of the residential areas, and now just really accelerating. But that police vehicle, at least one or two, we've seen two at one point, right behind the vehicle. Yeah, so it's interesting. I believe it was yesterday or the day before, the Houston Police Department approved new technology to try to keep these chases from getting so fast and lasting so long. So as an example of just why they're trying to reduce the need to follow these people by using some more GPS tracking technology, you can see just how dangerous this is for drivers who don't see this coming. When you're on the highway, you're just not expecting someone to jet up behind you like this. So there you see the white pickup truck that we are following in this now 22-minute chase is merging onto 610, getting onto the ramp there off of 225, heading out of the Pasadena area, going on to 610. It looks like going northbound. Yeah, so again, you see that police vehicle, at least one. We've seen two at least some points during this chase, following right behind the vehicle. Yeah, we see both of those police vehicles. That's what we have seen. And again, this all started around 5 o'clock in the southeast Houston area near Hobby Airport. As Caitlin mentioned, it was a traffic stop. We don't know specifically what the vehicle was being pulled over for, but some type of traffic stop that led to what you're seeing right here unfold live on TV. And you see our Skyfox camera continuing to follow this white vehicle there to the right of your screen. So again, this is 610, the west loop, for those, or the east loop rather. For people, it's heading northbound on the east side of the loop. If you're coming up into the Jacinto City area, or if you have someone coming up, sort of heading up towards 90, we'll see how far this vehicle chooses to go before getting back off the highway. But this is now a high-speed chase that's been going on for about 25 minutes now on the Ship Channel Bridge. Again, heading northbound on 610. This vehicle being pursued by several officers at this time for about 20 minutes now. What began as a traffic stop now turning into a very dangerous chase. So please, if you know someone who's on 610 heading northbound through the Jacinto City area, heading up sort of towards 90 and Herman Brown Park area, please let them know. If you can shoot them a message, give them a call really quick. Let them know this chase is underway and they're now heading up towards 90 on 610 over on the east side of town, heading northbound.
Yeah, and as you can see, this vehicle continues to accelerate. We've seen it slow down a little bit when it was in some of the residential areas, continuing to weave in and out of traffic, drive on the medians. And we understand from one of our producers and some of the other folks that you can see the guy appears to be taking some video, perhaps. A passenger appears to be taking some video. Sorry, a passenger appears to be recording this. Obviously, a lot of people on the road right now, perhaps a lot of people heading home from work.
Yeah, please be careful if you do see or hear the sirens coming, or if you speak to someone who's on the roadways right now, please let them know if they hear the sirens just to slow down. That's the best thing you can do to help law enforcement at this time. Last thing they need is your hand out the window trying to get a selfie or a video of something. Obviously, just try to keep it safe. This vehicle's been moving pretty quickly, weaving quite a bit, so pretty unpredictable, and still on 610 heading northbound, just got over the bridge, so now heading in towards the Jacinto City area up towards 90. It'll be interesting to see. We're going to hit that intersection, see if he changes course or if they're able to get him there.
And police have continued to pursue the vehicle, giving it, I'd say, a few car lengths, but still following it closely as it makes a lot of twists and turns. As you can see right now, the vehicle, the white truck, again, that's what you're looking at here, getting into a little bit of traffic. It had sort of a free reign to go for a little bit there.
Sure, must be approaching that intersection with 90 with 10. So heading up into that area now, you can see some traffic slowing down.
It's really interesting to see what happens.
Oh, that was a close move. All right, so we're following this vehicle that has been recklessly rushing through red lights, speeding through stop signs in neighborhoods, and now speeding on a high-speed chase with several officers on the highway. We don't know who is in the vehicle at this time. We don't know the nature of the traffic stop that initiated this chase, but we do know that it's been about 30 minutes that this person's been evading those officers. Right now on 610, looping up northbound over on the east side of town. We do know that's Houston police in pursuit, and we've seen at least 2 vehicles involved in this chase from the police department. Unclear whether there are additional vehicles. We just haven't panned out wide enough to know, but they haven't been far. As you can see, that one vehicle just a car length or 2 away.
And Caitlin, as you mentioned, police chases typically in our city don't last very long.
Right.
This one has been going on now for some 26 minutes, so we understand it started right after 5 o'clock. So this is a pretty serious and dangerous situation. We understand the truck now will be
approaching I-10 at this point. So you can see the traffic getting heavier as they get into that intersection area. Again, if you hear the sirens, if you're able to get in touch with someone, if they're on 610 northbound over on the east side near 10, please get in touch with them. If this is their typical commute, just let them know to listen for those sirens. They'll hear this coming. Just slow down when it approaches. Our biggest concern, the reason we break in with these stories, is to make sure that you're safe and we can get the word out to those on the roadways to avoid any danger. But here you see coming into the I-10 intersection, looks like the driver's continuing on 610 heading northbound. There's I-10 above there, so we are not seeing that driver choose to exit. Those exit ramps pretty heavy, so it looks like he or she, whoever's in the vehicle, is choosing the path of least resistance as this person continues what is now an almost 30-minute car chase with the Houston Police Department.
And again, we do not know exactly what prompted this traffic stop that led to this chase that you're seeing here. We just heard from Houston Police that they were trying to make a traffic stop on this particular white vehicle around 5 o'clock this afternoon, and this is what ensued. This chase, which has taken a lot of twists and turns through some neighborhoods. We saw the vehicle earlier on 225, now again on 610 right here at the East Loop, making its way through some traffic right now. And we continue to see those 2 Houston police vehicles keeping a close distance.
It's picking up speed there.
Yeah, picking up a little speed there as it continues to race up 610. We've also seen the truck, many of you who've been watching, drive on the median at times. Now it looks like even more speed there.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see whether this driver hits any traffic. traffic. That would potentially help the officers catch up or at least be able to slow things down. But having headed north now, we're in the north and heading into the North Loop area. So passing through downtown, swinging around into sort of northeast Houston, coming around the city. So this is a very busy part of town. Obviously going to hit some pretty heavy traffic pretty soon. So this is heading up towards the Heights area, moving through on 610. Please, again, get in touch with drivers if you know. So that driver jumping off, exiting off of 610 at this point. We're going to get confirmation on what exit that just was, but exiting off of 610. So this is in the northeast Houston area. If you have someone leaving downtown Houston right now, if they take side roads, if they head up into the Heights, into the near north side area, East Houston, please be careful. Let them know. Unclear exactly, but this vehicle slowing down. All right, so losing some options here, hitting this traffic. So we'll see what law enforcement chooses to do. That white truck there on the lower part of your screen.
We're seeing more vehicles, more police vehicles.
So at least a half dozen there. They're getting out of their vehicles. No sign of any movement from the driver, and no sign at this point of any passengers in this vehicle, but we haven't gotten confirmation. Looks like there's a hand reaching out of the back of the vehicle, hands up.
You can see officers have their guns drawn, at least some of them at this point. What we see at least would be a dozen officers moving at least toward the vehicle.
All right, so you can see her hand reaching out of that truck right now. You can see multiple law enforcement. It looks like about a dozen police vehicles there on the scene with someone reaching their hands out. So that vehicle, this traffic stop has now concluded in a 30-minute chase, and now more than a dozen law enforcement officers coming onto the scene.
The suspect here has come out of the car. It looks like it kind of stumbled. The person stumbled to come out of the car, now has their hands up. Walking toward the officers, walking toward with the hands up.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is in northeast Houston. This is on an exit ramp off of 610. We haven't gotten exact confirmation. This started on the 400 block of Dover for a traffic stop, so this has traveled quite a ways. But now once again, 4,000 block of Dover.
Police now have the suspect in custody. It looks like, as we zoom in, it looks like they now officially have that suspect.
All right, we haven't gotten confirmation as to whether there are additional individuals in the vehicle besides the one person that we've seen exit the vehicle at this time.
Yeah, so
but we do still see officers standing ground. The second individual getting out of the vehicle, walking backwards, arms up, so surrendering to law enforcement at this point. So that's the second person that we've seen inside, get out of this vehicle.
You can see police taking serious precautions here, not knowing just how many people are in the vehicle. Again, as Caitlin said, the second suspect here, second person at least in the vehicle, now getting down, hands up, and now officers will then approach that person.
All right, we're waiting for confirmation here on what exit ramp this is happening on, but this is in northeast Houston, so just north of the city on 610. Those who've gotten out of work, heading through the area, you'll likely hear the sirens, see the lights as you're moving through, traffic being delayed. This is a third individual getting out of the vehicle, walking backwards, arms up, surrendering to police. Third person getting out of that white pickup truck that had been on a chase for 30 minutes. Law enforcement following this vehicle for 30 minutes from the Hobby Airport area now up into northeast Houston.
Yes, you can see walking backward right now again. So now a third person in custody. Officers still, though, have their guns drawn, not sure exactly if there might be another person. But so far, we have watched live here from Skyfox. 3 people get out of that white pickup truck, the truck, of course, leading police on the chase for some 30 minutes across the city.
Looks like they're going to go in and inspect the vehicle. All right, this is the McCarty ramp. We just got that confirmed. This is the McCarty exit off of 610, heading northbound into the northeast part of Houston.
Now, officers approaching the vehicle. They've seen,
looks like no one else.
3 suspects, 3 people get out, just making sure there's no one else inside.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the threat from this is over. Again, this is the McCarty exit on 610. That vehicle, multiple law enforcement vehicles, at least a half dozen or so there in the area, so they'll likely have that area blocked off for some time. Just let people know if you're getting in touch with anyone commuting home from work, they're likely going to be rerouted.
All right, we'll be right back.